Hello and welcome back to the 7 Days of Receiving series with me, Michaela. I am so glad you're here. And if you are here, it is divine intervention. You are here for a reason. This is going to impact your life one way or another. So let's get started. Today is day 4. If you haven't seen the other days, I highly recommend checking them out. It is a series and it's all cohesive and blends together. And today is about releasing guilt around rest. Today we are shifting one of the most deeply ingrained emotional patterns, that guilt rises when you rest. Almost everyone feels in their body, especially those who grew up managing chaos, caring for others, or being praised for resilience. It's not a bad thing, though, being resilient. Rest becomes a doorway that the nervous system guards tightly. Rather than experiencing stillness as nourishment, the body interprets it as falling behind. Who else feels this? But your spirit needs restoration the way lungs need oxygen and the way roots need darkness to grow. Today, we are going to repair that relationship. Most guilt around rest begins early. As children, we learned that being still meant being lazy, being less valuable, being emotionally unavailable to caretakers, being vulnerable to criticism, and being unproductive and therefore unworthy. Slow moments were often interpreted with get up, do something, don't just sit there. But the body learned that movement equals safety and stillness equals suspicion or an unsafe. You're like open to receiving unsafe criticism or unwelcome criticism. Even as adults, we experience this, maybe from our spouses, from our parents, from our coworkers. Why rest feels wrong. 2 major systems shape this pattern. One is the stress response loop. When you live in a chronic state of doing, your sympathetic nervous system becomes overdeveloped. It becomes the default setting rather than a temporary response. Stillness suddenly feels foreign, and the brain prefers the familiar, even if it's draining. How do you feel when you're resting, or when you even think about resting? You're like, oh my God, I need to do all this stuff. If I don't do it, then who's going to? And maybe you think you don't deserve it. So the second one is dopamine conditioning. Constant activity creates tiny dopamine spikes. Your body becomes accustomed to being stimulated. So when you pause, dopamine drops, and the brain interprets that as discomfort. But discomfort is not danger. Rather, it is sort of like a detox. Your body is recalibrating back to its natural baseline. Not up here. Not like this. This is where we get to rest. And in this recalibration, guilt rises. Only because the nervous system is meeting a sensation it hasn't met in years, maybe decades. So the quantum perspective of why rest is productive. And when I say quantum perspective, I'm mostly talking about like the energetics that are underlying like the physical world. So quantum theorist John Wheeler wrote, "The universe is built through acts of participation. Participation includes stillness. Stillness is where your frequency stabilizes. Rest is not absence, it is integration. And during rest, the brain consolidates memory, the emotional body digests experiences, the subconscious reorganizes your identity, the intuition becomes available, clarity surfaces naturally, and energetic leaks repair themselves. So, rest is creation in its quiet phase. You're not stopping your momentum, you're sharpening it. And a real life example is whenever I lay my son down to nap, I lay down with him to calm his nervous system, and it also calms mine. So after like a hectic morning and early afternoon, this is the time where my body finally calms down, and all of the running thoughts sink to the back, and it's like this open space for my mind to play, and all of these ideas come up because I'm finally like leaning back and not really focusing on one thing. I'm just allowing what comes to the surface to come. So that really is a creation phase, just sitting there or laying there. So we're gonna settle into the body as we always do. It's one of my favorite things, and it's one of my favorite things to facilitate for others because it really is a game changer, a mind changer in how you perceive life. And we're gonna practice non-guilty rest. Okay, so we're gonna lie down or sit back with your body supported, and this teaches your body that rest is allowed. And you're going to inhale deeply through your lower stomach and up here, and then exhale as if pouring yourself, melting really into your position. And this signals the vagus nerve that everything is okay now. And place your hand on your chest and say, "My rest restores me." My rest restores me. You are not someone who must earn rest. Rather, you are someone who creates from rest and recharges from rest. Your best ideas arrive in spaciousness. Your intuition speaks in quiet. And your power organizes itself when you stop gripping. Life holds you better when you stop holding everything by yourself. Rest doesn't have to be withdrawal. It can be a sacred pause in your day to come home, to come back to yourself and recharge your soul. So the mantra for today is, my rest is deserving, healing, and productive. You can feel your shoulders drop. My rest is deserving, healing, and productive. So thank you for being here. I hope this landed in your heart and in your body. And remember to take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't, because we all have our unique journeys. And I will see you back here for day 5, where we deepen this practice by being held by life. So rest becomes not just allowed, but welcomed and expected. Let's make that an expectation, a standard to rest. Okay, so you're always welcome to leave a comment on how you're doing so far in your journey, or you can leave me a message on Instagram. I would love to see how your journey is going and how this has affected your life so far. And it's 3:33 as I am finishing up right now. This is so crazy. Okay, I will see you guys next time. Bye.